Hello and welcome back to the Makoni series. So we're going to continue our adventure as we have finished year 1 and things start to heat up. So let's dive straight in. So first of all, we can see that one of my independent commanders was drowned by Oceania using sirens, so that's just a part of the bullshit they can do. Also their centaurs doubled back. And here I'm just taking 1 point province defense from Yomi. And then here we can see first Yomi clears out the independence here, and then we have a fight I was preparing to have against 3 die only on the right side, and I have 2 counterattacks and some troops on my side. So they spawn some wolves, but they're quickly cleared out, and then my Scourge guys go in and straight away they murder one. And here one of my commanders runs away because of the fear, but that's why there was a backup plan of 2 commanders, so the last die only runs away and he's faster. So I killed 2 very big mages, so that's like 1,000 gold from Yomi, and also routed one of them for loss of 3 peasants, and all of my units retreated safely. And finally, here we can see one of our small peasant raiding parties can take, because Yomi spent so much of his design points on the bless, he doesn't really have any gold to spare, so even small parties like this can take over the 1 PD he can put down. So random good event, lots of gems here and some patrolling. So here we can see that Oceania has decided he wants to join the fight now. Probably has heard that I'm fighting someone else and invades with a small army. So here we can see there's still some Yomi troops left, and one of the Dionis made it safely back to his own province. Just putting down some PD and moving forward. So the fight we just saw here, I'm checking out if checking out to see that at least one of the Dioni in the Hall of Fame has died, the Crack of Dawn. So I killed 1 legendary Oni. So that fight was exactly what I mean, that Yomi was a good matchup for me, because I can pretty much equip complete counters to his big scary demons. So in other news, quiet here. I can see Niflheim up and Lanka, and also recruiting scouts from that 1 Highland province. Here I'm thinking about building a palisades, but there's not enough money yet. Yeah, there actually is. I'm starting my first fort because it's already been a year, and at some point you have to start making some infrastructure. Also, here I'm pondering if I should equip my prophet with a better weapon, but of course his default weapons are also pretty good, so I decided to give the sword to the assassin instead, because it's much better than his default knife. So assassin with a great sword of sharpness can actually kill things like this commander here, if I can predict where he's going. But yeah, I have a decent army of giant troops here, and I can move them over to the Yomi side. I'm going to just ignore the raiding for now, because the big income province is actually very well defended. I have my starting army there and also 25 points of PD. So I doubt that Oceania wants to invade there. And also I'm moving my prophet to secure a retreat and also supply line, so my income doesn't get cut out from the farmland on the coast. And also just showing Oceania that I'm not going to be bullied very easily, and he's not gonna have provinces for free from me. I think it's very important to not just fold over if you're attacked by several people. Usually fighting two people at once is a bad thing, and that's probably why they're attacking now, because they heard that I'm fighting someone else, so they can grab some land for cheap. So here just side searching and consolidating my giants. And then next turn, let's see what happens. So here we can see that Oceania had some problem with the independence, so he had 24 troglodytes on his fort, and my scout saw it. Also he decided to go up on the highlands, and also there was a stealthy party of Ikisaturs, and they're trying to take over my monkey province. But yeah, this is a real garbage fight because troops on both sides are really bad, and skirmishing troops have also pretty bad morale, so it ends up just monkeys throwing rocks is enough to stop that one. And also looks like Yomi is pushing back, and he still has Dionis left and also his starting army. So here I'm still holding the farm. As you can see, it's a very high income province of 133. It's also trying to guard my commander in case of some attack rear stuff, and decide to fall back and take this province. And also my assassin goes there in case Oceania walks back too. Here I'm just going to walk down, check out this province. I can see that Oceania fort is now free, so he can move his troops from there too. And I'm also making a Basilius here, who's very important for my national spell, the Blessing of the God Slayer. So if the odds weren't already stacked hard enough against Yomi, I can bless one of my pole marches to have an absurd amount of stats and be always blessed, and have a roll that only works on sacreds. So here I see this army, and I make I decide to fight it on next turn. I still have 2 scourge wielders and 13 troops, so 15 giants, and I am quite confident he's going to attack Eknafal, because it's the only province he can move to. So here I can see his entire army. So this is the starting army that has some co-oni and random spawns, and also still some die-oni as well. So I'm moving on with confidence from the last fight, and now we can see that now my pretender has woken up, which is very good news for me. And also my commander disappeared again, so Ocean is being annoying. And here, as I predicted, this is the last army Yomi has, so he sent everything to me, and the fight starts out pretty well. But here we can also see the difference between just die-oni coming in alone. Now one of them's dead. But when they come alone, they are quite easy to counter, but even a small army like this that has 20 or so demons, it's enough distraction that the Oni are still quite strong fighters, so this time I lost the fight very barely. I think in hindsight I should have put down some more province defense, put down some money there, and just like 10 points or 15 points of province defense would have been enough to keep the distraction on my side, keep the numbers game on my side, and my Scourge guys could have worked Yomi over again, but mistakes happen, and this was one of them. Very small mistake, but a small or slight miscalculation there. But it happens usually when you're riding high on the confidence. And my pole march is retreated again, and I still killed one die only, so it's not a complete loss because well, that's bad. Lost a lot of money. I was actually, I think I cancelled my fortress there, so I lost a lot of money, and I don't have enough money for the fort anymore because of that bad event. Okay. Looks like I made a... Yes, let's roll forward a bit. I had a slight editing mistake, so here you can see I'm consolidating back, so I lost one province, so I'm falling back on Moss, not Moss Woods, but the forest. Sleepy Walls. I'm moving back to Sleepy Walls, and I'm also bringing my Pretender there for both magic site searching and also pushing the scales. That's going to help me quite a lot. So in hindsight, this is another mistake because I didn't actually have need to move my Pretender out yet. It would have been much more efficient to keep him at home researching, because he gives +2 research points for all my mages, so he negates the effect of drain on my capital, and I could have hit some key research targets earlier if I didn't move my guard, but I just wanted to make sure that Yomi doesn't gain too much after his successful attack. So here we can see the quick look at the researches. So I was going for Conjuration 3 and then Enchantment 3 next. But here we can see my prediction was right, that the enemy prophet moved back here, and I had an assassin there to kill him, but second time he got hit by the smite and took a bunch of damage, so he retreated and died. So here is Yomi taking some land, and here's something that you don't often want to see. So there's a third player joining in on the dog pile against me now. So here is Langa with a resistance, regeneration and blood bond bless, deciding to attack me because who knows, either he wants some really easy fight, so he takes 2 border provinces from me. So this is now officially a 3 against 1 fight. That's usually very bad news, especially early in the game. You don't have that many tools to counterplay people, so early game this is going to be interesting to see if I can survive here, but I'm doing some reorganizing and I'm trying to catch, because the stuff that's attacking me is still not very strong. So I'm splitting up this army in 2, hoping to catch enemies and moving on me. And Pretender is going to stay here and search for sites while I split this army of giants in 2 basically. So 1 pole march goes to intercept this, if they continue to push forward. So red is going there. And the same Holy Scourges actually work very well against Langa as well. So I'm trying to catch him if he keeps pushing me, and also catch Yomi if he avoids direct attack and tries to sneak past the side. So this is a bit desperate. In long term, maintaining a 3 against 1 fight is not usually possible. So I'm going to have to make some moves here, and the best move here is probably just knock out one player from the fight, which is Yomi. And I also tried talking to Langa about if he's really sure about attacking me, but never got any reply, so that means they're going to attack. But yeah, I got another cavalry commander here for my troops on the coast as well, because they're starting to look really cut. They're out there defenseless, so I'm deciding to push back on the provinces I lost. Taking back provinces is also important when you're fighting. You don't want to let the enemies keep what they take from you. And here, switching to more pole marches for fighting, and trying to catch. I tried to catch the Langan army. If they switch to right side of me, I'm sending one E4 with troops to catch the undead horde here. And here you can see my research. So it's still taking like 2 turns or 3 turns to research conjuration, which I should have kept my pretender at home, so I could have hit it earlier, so my pole marches can cast summon earth power and gain a lot of reinvigoration. Yeah, this is like playing some desperate defense now, while I'm also trying to move on to knock out Yomi, and looking, scouting what other people are doing, like Niflheim can have an influence on what goes down now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I've been a little busy with real life stuff, so haven't had that much time to record, but hopefully next week I'm getting some more holidays, so I can have some more videos out sooner than 2 weeks. Okay, thank you and bye.